Tonight on KREM 2, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and European leaders met with President Trump at the White House today. The latest developments in the ongoing peace talks. And a Spokane man accused of kidnapping and assaulting his ex-girlfriend's been arrested. Details of the case coming up.
Temperatures are climbing. We're shooting for the 90s by the weekend.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan. We start this evening with a developing story. A Spokane man now faces charges for kidnapping and assault that led to a SWAT situation on Spokane's South Hill. KREM 2's Shannon Mowdy breaks down what we know tonight. Shannon? I don't know if Shannon.
Sorry about that.
And what's additionally concerning, sir, is the number of failures to appear. I would note there are active warrants out of Kittitas County, Kootenai County, and I would also note that you are looking at 3 Class A felonies. And if convicted of the first-degree rape, sir, that is an indeterminate sentence, so it's potential that you could be sentenced up to life.
Court records show the female victim had a no-contact order against Gudgel. His bond was set at $250,000. Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.
The mother of one of the Moscow murder victims is looking to block the release of some of the photos of the crime scene. The city of Moscow announcing lawyers for Madison Mogen's mother served the city with a temporary restraining order. While the court filings don't apply to the photos already released, a judge did find some unreleased body camera video could count as an invasion of privacy. We will keep you updated as this story develops. As we expect investigators to release more documents related to the Moscow murders, you can watch our coverage on what the documents reveal about that November night. Check out our in-depth coverage right now on KREM 2 Plus. Just download on your TV and watch for free. All right, let's take a quick browse in the headlines and talk weather on this Monday with KREM 2's chief meteorologist, Jeremy Legoo. Jeremy, kind of a rainy start to the weekend, but now it's all sunshine.
Kidding. Gotcha. It is all sunshine and an absolutely beautiful start to the week. Temperatures in the low 80s, and low 80s in my mind are about as perfect as it gets. And this time of year, low 80s are actually average, especially as we start losing more daylight and our sun angle drops. Things do start to change. We sit in the mid to low 80s in eastern Washington and North Idaho. Central Washington as well, up at 90 down in Lewiston, and that's all as a storm sits and spins off the coast. However, a ridge building in from the south pushes all of that farther off to the north. So instead of hitting us, it moves by, drops our temperatures in the absolute slightest Wednesday and Thursday, and then it warms up as we get closer to the weekend. Tomorrow winds up just about perfect. We wake up to temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. Pretty mild to start, but also cool enough that you can open your window, turn on the fan, and it's cold by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. By tomorrow afternoon, we're back up in the mid to upper 80s. It's a big jump in terms of temperatures that comes thanks to ample sunshine in a slowly building ridge of high pressure. That pushes everything farther off to the north. Tomorrow, nice and warm. But then as we move through the next few days, it just stays warm and keeps warming. 88 tomorrow, 87 on Wednesday, 87 on Thursday, and we're talking tons of sunshine in the coming days and temperatures climbing even more this weekend. I'll walk you through that coming up in the full forecast.
All right, sounds good, Jeremy. Thank you very much. Crews downgraded evacuations for a lot of the area near the Crescent Road fire in Lincoln and Spokane counties. That fire has burned at least 800 acres. It's now 27% contained. Investigators are still working to figure out what sparked the fire. Meantime, in North Idaho, the Sunset Fire is now more than 3,200 acres. It is burning northeast of Athol along Lake Pend Oreille. Level 3 Go Now evacuations are in place for the entire Ponderosa neighborhood. The fire is still 0% contained, and we know that fire has so far destroyed at least 3 structures. There is an evacuation center at Coquilala Bible Camp, and the Bonner County Fairgrounds is also open for livestock. There's an information meeting about this fire tonight. It's at 6 p.m. at the North Summit Church in Sandpoint. The Idaho Department of Lands will be there to give the community an update. We'll have a reporter at that meeting and bring you the latest on KREM 2 News at 10 and 11 o'clock tonight. Meanwhile, the Lightning Creek fire 9 miles north of Clark Fork is now more than 2,500 acres. As of the last update, crews have it 25% contained. Fire officials say they still have a lot of work to do, like building out fire lines, getting more air support, and protecting structures. The good news is Lightning Creek Road itself helps keep the fire from spreading to more populated areas. The Worley Fire District is asking for the community's help. They are hosting several fundraisers to build a new fire station. Fire Chief for the Worley Fire District, Scott Campos, says this is needed in rural areas like Worley. The fire district estimates this project will take close to $600,000 to complete, and they are already raised roughly $390,000.
When you raise taxes, everybody feels that. So this is why we're doing fundraisers. We've been doing them throughout the community all summer long.
At a fundraiser over the weekend, Newman Lake singer Richard Isles used his vocal talents to help the Worley Fire District with their goal. More fundraisers are happening this summer. You can find out more about those by heading to our website. That's KREM.com. A Washington mother and her 6-year-old son on their way home after being stuck in ICE custody. How a simple visa error led the New Zealand bomb in limbo. And Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky returns to the White House accompanied by other EU leaders to try to bring an end to Russia's war. Details in just 2 minutes.